Today on 16-Bit Game Review.
I go through some numbers. I shoot a thing in the face, and finally, I die many times in a row. Hello and welcome! Today I'm going to be doing a mini review of Berzerk for the Atari 2600. Berzerk is a top-down shooter originally made in 1980 for the arcades by Star Electronics, and it was most notable due to the fact that it uses a voice synthesizer to generate in-game speech to taunt the player and to encourage them to put money into the machine. It was later ported to the Atari 2600 by Atari. The gameplay varies depending on what setting you put it on, but overall it's pretty good. You move around on the screen, you shoot enemies, they come at you, and depending on what game mode, Evil Auto will come out of the woodworks and try to kill you. You just need to survive the screen and then move on to the next to survive that screen in an endless maze which will eventually kill you. Unfortunately, no, this is probably one of the most awkward games to describe. You move too fast left and right, but not fast enough up and down, meaning you run into walls and get outpaced by everything from Evil Auto to bullets. Shooting is also quite awkward as you shoot at a weird position up and down, and diagonal shots aren't exactly 45 degrees like the arcade games. They're at a weird angle, so it's very difficult to predict where your shots will actually land before you take them. The game pretty much looks just like the arcade game, which is pretty freaking impressive for two reasons. One, the Atari came out 3 years before the original arcade game did, and two, it did this to Pac-Man. For an Atari 2600 game, it sounds pretty good. It's your typical fanfare of blasting noises, explosions, and your occasional bleeps and bloops. The only thing I wish they could have added in was the voice synthesis, and I would have said it was probably down to the fact that the Atari probably couldn't handle it. That was until I read that back in 2002, somebody hacked the original game of Berzerk and added in their own voices. So it was possible, Atari just couldn't do it. As an arcade port, Berzerk does a pretty good job trying to stick to the original. However, it's a little bit rough around the edges, and it's a little bit more pricey nowadays. If you're trying to get a good top-down shooter, a better and cheaper choice would be something along the lines of Yars' Revenge. There might not be as much variety in Yars' Revenge as there is in Berzerk, but it's a little bit better of an experience. I'd only get Berzerk if you run across it at a good price, but if you want to pick it up, there's really no harm in it. It's a good game. Just rough. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you're on Android and iOS, why not check out some of my games which are available on their stores. Today's featured game is New Berzerk, just like the original, but plays a whole lot better, and it's absolutely free. Store links will be in the description. Anyways, thank you for watching.